USA! Gotta be especially loud and boisterous and motivated since we're celebrating the flag raising of Iwo Jima. And I'm a Marine myself, so gotta be enthusiastic about today. Welcome to Flag Stewards, Be a Stud Citizen. Reminders from our flag for Tuesday, February 23rd of 2021. That's right. First thing we want to do, as we always do, especially as we think about you pandemic frustrated and isolated students out there, we want to know where our flag is at half staff. Well, guess what? It's a national half staff. It was announced last night, meaning Monday night, by the president that there would be a national half staff for the more than 500,000 Americans who have died from COVID-19. Hard to believe, more than 500,000 now. And that will go until sunset on Friday. So essentially, you could think of it as 100,000 lives a day being honored this week. Today's historical moment from our flag recalls America's most well-known flag raising. Well, at least from my perspective, huh? As a Marine, of course, we're going to be biased and say that. All right. 4 days after the Battle of Iwo Jima began, Marines raised the U.S. flag atop Mount Suribachi on February 23rd of 1945. The U.S. flag had been raised upon the highest point on the island of Iwo Jima, but another month of intense fighting would continue until the battle was actually over on March 26th. That's when the Marines had secured the island. And this island was important for basically having an airstrip and being able to start reaching important targets against the Japanese, including the mainland. Of the 6 Marines in the famed raising the flag on Iwo Jima photo, all from the 5th Marine Division, 3 were later killed in action: Sergeant Michael Strank, Corporal Harlan Block, and Private First Class Franklin Sousley. During the 5-week battle to capture the small island, there were 3 surviving Marines who were in the picture: Corporals Ira Hayes, Harold Schultz, and Harold Keller. The iconic pose of these flag-raising Marines is forever captured as the Marine Corps War Memorial in Washington, D.C. that honors all fallen Marines since 1775. And you can see that right here before we jump back. And we jump back because we want to note that, hey, this is Black History Month. We've got a moment to remember that ties into this Battle of Iwo Jima. According to military records, there's approximately 700 to 900 Black Marines who were part of the Battle of Iwo Jima. The African-American Marines had trained at the segregated boot camp of Montford Point within Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Yeah, it was segregated back then. I'm talking about the early 40s. I think it was 1942 where they allowed African-Americans into the Marine Corps. And probably that was military-wide, I would assume. They were assigned to segregated support units at Iwo Jima, mostly ammunition and supply companies. But due to the intense, chaotic fighting upon landing at Iwo Jima, many Black Marines had to change their focus from a support role to an active fighting role. They fought on the beach in foxholes, and they moved towards Mount Suribachi with their fellow Marines to help defeat the heavily fortified Japanese positions. And as it's been said many times from this famous quote by Fleet Admiral Chester Nimitz, among those who served in Iwo Jima, uncommon valor was a common virtue. Yeah, for sure. Those Marines took a hell of a fight. Among those who served on Iwo Jima, uncommon valor was a common virtue. And today's fun from our flag. Obviously we're not going to make puns or jokes about this, but hey, there's a trailer you might want to check out and a movie you may want to see called Flags of Our Fathers, directed by Clint Eastwood based on the best-selling book by James Bradley. It shows the military unit and personal struggles before, during, and after the Iwo Jima flag raising. And now it's time to recite the pledge. Students across America at school or at home, inspired by the courage of the Marines at Iwo Jima and their forever famous flag raising, please unite and recite the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. That's it. Thanks for being part of today's U.S. Flag Tribute. This is Sean Sweeney, the fellow flag steward, signing off. Go out and be a stud citizen. That means be good to each other. Awesome citizens. Keep America beautiful. And remember, in God we trust.